Okay, we come back to this bimbo. Okay. From the Manchester bombing witness said it wasn't a bomb live on air, of which she actually slipped up and said it was not a bomb. Okay. The main thing is, though, for us, is the fact that she is a witness to the fact, like others, that the bomber blew himself up, blew himself to pieces in another area. 5 areas so far. Now we just want to conclude very briefly with something else that she says. Take it away, baby.
We're stampeding out, really.
What was going through your...
Just tried to get away from the mass of people that were...
Sorry, let's just go back. Right.
Went back to the stage area, the main concert area.
Sorry. I'm going to get that in a minute. There we are. Laughing chops.
Where it happened, really. We were about to go down the stairwell into the concession area where it happened, and we heard the explosion. Everybody turned to the left, screamed and started running. So me and my friend...
By the way, turn to the left. Now, a gentleman in the other video was reported as saying the same, that the explosion was to the left of the stairs. Now, we've been physically there, and there's no damage to the left of the stairs. That's just a point. Okay?
Friend who I was with, we just went back to the stage area, the main concert area, and...
So everybody's rushing out to get out of the place as normal. And you turn round, instead of going through the main doors in front of you, you turn round against the crowd and plough through the crowd of concert goers who are piling out. Does that sound reasonable to anybody? It doesn't, does it?
Just tried to get away from the mass of people that were stampeding out, really.
What was going through your...
Just hang on, just whoa. So you turned round to try and get free from the stampeding crowds coming out, but you're facing the picking crowds because you're going back in.
Who I was with, we just went back to the stage area, the main concert area, and just tried to get away from the mass of people that were stampeding out, really.
But you've just had to pass them. You've just had to fight them in order to get back into the main arena. What is she on?
What was going
Teeth
through your
whitener?
mind? What was your reaction when you heard the explosion and when you saw the aftermath?
Well, we instantly thought it was a bomb. I know a lot of people around us did, and we just instantly thought, like, this is it, really. Like, we thought we'd probably die in there. It was really scary.
So why did you go back in? Laughing chops. When 4 or 5 foot away from you is an exit in the foyer. And why would you say that it was very scary, you thought you'd die in there? Because the bomb has already gone off. There's only one bomber and one bomb. You are a contradiction, young lady, to yourself. And of course they always bring on the young. Always the young, because basically it's an appeal to the heart. Especially to the older generation. Who are away with the pig in clouds, most of them. Because they've got a life ahead of them, you see.
Right. Why did you think it was a bomb?
Just because I've never heard anything so loud before. And actually, when we left...
What? Because I've never heard anything so loud before. Therefore, then the loudest sound must be a bomb. Where on earth did you go to school? In a coal mine?
When we actually went out, you could smell the gunpowder and, like...
Oh right, the bombers make up their packs now with gunpowder, is it? Oh right, okay then. And you know the smell of gunpowder, do you? Where do you know the smell of gunpowder from? Are you working in the armaments factory or something? Gunpowder is fairly rare, you know, in this country. And it has to be imported, generally from Italy and all pigging places. But we do have it in armaments factories. Have you ever been into an armaments factory? Or, as we say, do you work in an armaments factory? Or have you worked in one? Where would you have found this? Fireworks, maybe? You mean playing around with fireworks?
There was no doubt in our
Goodness
mind that
knows.
it wasn't a bomb. So
Oh, it wasn't a bomb. All right. Okay, then I'll accept you for that.
powder and there was no doubt in our mind that it wasn't a bomb. So
Oh, that wasn't a bomb. Eh?
What did you see?
we just saw the masses of people stampeding, and then we were two of the last people to actually leave because we just lingered in.
Hang on, you saw the masses of people stampeding. We're back to this again. You've turned round with your mate, who isn't with you here. You faced a crowd stampeding to get out of a concert. Hundreds and hundreds of people. You're going against the flow. You would have, by this time rather, have been knocked to the ground and trampled on. How the heck did you manage to push back the crowds that were coming out? And now you're saying you saw them. Well, you would have pigging felt them.
Like a safe area for a while, and as soon as we left, we saw police everywhere, ambulances, people just lied around.
You lying toe rag, you keep on lying. The ambulances you are saying were on site. You were in the arena for 5 minutes. It went off apparently, according to some, at 10:30. So you left 5 minutes later. Okay? Having gone back into the arena. That's 25 to 11. Do you know what time, young lady, the ambulances actually turned up? Because we have footage of it, and we've put up a video of the footage of it. 5 to 2 in the morning. What you should have done, you lazy basket, is to have studied the footage on the internet before you opened your mouth, before you put yourself forward as a witness and got paid clearly as a witness. Because out of all those hundreds of persons, you are the worst. Like the rest who've come onto camera, the worst witnesses. There's not been one honest, truthful, upright witness who's put themselves on camera. Why, if it's a real event? Why have they all lied? Why have they made up these picking stories, if it's a real event? Why have they all said that the bomber blew himself to bits on 4 occasions? 5th, if we can find that other footage of him in the pigging tunnel. 5 times. The media has says it. If that's not fake, if that's not deception, what is it?
Bleeding. It was really, really bad.
Yeah. Now we're hearing from the Prime Minister and also from the police that it was, in fact, in their mind, they're treating this as a terrorist attack.
May I just say something here in the end? Okay. the shills, I believe they're called, will come back to us as usual, reading the old script. Oh, you believe everything is a hoax. Well, who gave you the authority and the power to sit in judgment over me, to tell me what I think? You've got none. You have no power or authority over me. You are dumb. You are lazy. You're feckless. Your attention span is that of a gnat's leg. Okay? Because if you cannot see and concentrate and take in what the media is saying, then you've got to admit, but you won't admit, that your attention span is gazilch. Okay? I'd like to say this, and we've done videos on this, decrying persons who contend that everything is a hoax. Now, not so many miles away from here, somebody was fiddling, an immigrant was fiddling with gas supply and blew the whole of the street up. And there were casualties. Now that was a real event, and I've actually met real people who were hospitalised in that real event. But you know, there were some persons, they would come on YouTube and say that wasn't a real event, that was a hoax. No, it wasn't, because I have seen and spoken to the people and seen the devastation, and I'm quite level-headed. I can make a difference. I can tell the difference, rather, between a hoax and the real thing. It's what comes with maturity. Something that the shills have not got. And that's why we have a nanny state, because there's multitudes of shills who are babes in their understanding. Very little understanding. They know more about game stations and games than they do how to put the pig in socks on. Alright? So, you'll still accuse me of seeing everything as a hoax. You'll do that, because children rant and rave. That's the nature of children. They just carry on, have tantrums. And that's what the shills do. They have tantrums. Okay? But as an adult, I can understand that. I can appreciate that, because that's the nature of a child, whether they be 1 year old or 99 years old. It's the mental maturity that counts, not the age. But ask people today and they think maturity has to do with age. It does not have to do with age. Not at all. Maturity is riding the ship of life without pigging sinking. It's fighting all the odds that are set against you, overcoming the odds, becoming strong, battling it out with mental fight. Okay? And we shall not cease, said Blake, from mental fight. Okay? Now we'll leave it at that. Bye bye, young lady. I hope you enjoy your check, because at the end of it, you've just sealed your own destiny in darkness. This, what she's done and others have done, will come back later on in life to torment and torment and torment and torment and torment their consciences. The chickens will come home to roost, always. That's how life is. That's how providence works.